I'm the dean and professor here. I'll hand it over to you, John. You are?
I'm John, I'm student facilitator, or studio facilitator, and student advisor.
I'm Matt, I'm one of the professors here at Vesper.
I'm Heidi, I'm a curator and student facilitator.
And we'll swing over this way, Carol.
I'm Carol Shikani, soon-to-be student.
Mary Pat Elkins, foundation student.
Ken Porter, John does our half.
Stacy Dennis, student.
Jenny McGilligan, sort of relative and friend to Carlie.
Likewise, we're fans too, John.
Jim Clark, student. CJ Runner, new student.
Liz, friend Carlie.
Great, welcome, Liz. So to start us off, I just want to reflect a little bit on Carlie's progress throughout her tenure here at Vesper, and in particular, the final piece that she committed here. And it was a beautiful piece, is a beautiful piece. It won Best of Show. I had the privilege of sitting here for many hours over the weekend for Art World and watch people interact with it, and really change their facial expressions and their demeanor after sticking their head up in there and trying to look for the light. I want to start us off with the Gaston Bachelard quote. If I were asked to name the chief benefit of the house, I should say the house shelters daydreaming, which is very appropriate to Carlie. The house protects the dreamer. The house allows one to dream in peace. And Carlie's thesis was a lot about the separation or non-separation between the dream and the day waking that we exist. Peculiar little fact, around 1560, Dutch workers in the act of digging some deposits out of the Zuiderzee, that's this little land that's been filled in the northern part of the Netherlands, which was a little inland sea, okay? You know how the Netherlands is all filled in with very flat pilings now? Diggers encountered at great depth several tree trunks miraculously preserved by petrification. Each of these trunks had been inhabited by a human, of which some traces remain. They too almost fossilized. Which brings us to Gully. 1,000 years in Gully have worn the anvil clean, melting all that is sour of cigarettes and coffee. Carlie brings us into her mind's house through her work. Her house for unfamed prodders fossilizes its inhabitants as those found in the Zuiderzee, catching the protrusion of eye in its mid-popping glare, breathing in the fluttering flow. And we all know here the thing constructed is itself the truth, petrified ideas as human form caught in the work, virum ipsum factum. Carlie is the dreamer, catalyzed in the built work. No need to talk about it, she just does it quietly, with intent, open for suggestions, and readily adopting the essence of all who offer her suggestion, but intent on fossilizing the image within her mind's eye. Carlie, I'm so proud of you as a student and now as my colleague, as a maker and a professor. Thank you for raising the roof here at Vesper with your quiet confidence, diligence, and for bringing us to Gully. And I now hand over to Mary Pat, who's going to share the poem.
Well, I didn't know about the poem requirement, so I will say quickly the one that I did for your solo show, which was titled Journeyman to Master. Becoming, become, became. But then I also have a very nice poem by Maya Angelou that really is about you, and it is titled Phenomenal Woman. Pretty women wonder where her secret lies. She's not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when she starts to tell the truth, they think she's telling lies. She says, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. She walks into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around her, a hive of honeybees. She says, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in her. They try so much, but they can't touch her inner mystery. When she tries to show them, they say they still can't see. She says, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why her head's not bowed. She doesn't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see her passing, it ought to make you proud. She says, it's in the click of my heels, the hand of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. Because I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me.
Thanks, Mary. Now, hand over the show of bar to our guest speaker, Heidi Sy, one of our guest speakers.
Hello, I'm Heidi, I'm a curator here at the college. So when I spoke to Carlie about finding a speaker for her graduation ceremony, never in my wildest dreams did I think that she would ask me. So I'm very honored and flattered that you would ask me, Carlie. Thank you. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, you guys, and I want you to keep in mind the title of Carlie's installation, which is Dreams Illuminate Shadows of Flow, Blackout. And flow meaning layers, right? So I'm reading a book right now, and it's called The Secret Life of Bees. And although the book is about a Georgia peach country and a photograph of a black Virgin Mary, it also talks about the magical properties of honey. And I'm reading each out of the book. We lived for honey. We swallowed a spoonful in the morning to wake us up, and one night to put us to sleep. We took it with every meal to calm the mind, give us stamina, and prevent fatal disease. We swabbed ourselves in it to disinfect cuts or heal chapped lips. It went in our baths, our skin cream, our raspberry tea and biscuits. Nothing was safe from honey. In 1 week, my skinny arms and legs began to plump out, and in the frizz of my hair turned to silken waves. August said honey was the ambrosia of the gods, the shampoo of the goddesses. There were tins of Black Madonna, all-purpose beeswax for her special customers. August said it could make your fishing line float, your button thread stronger, your furniture shinier, your stuck window glide, and your irritated skin glow like a baby's body. Beeswax was a miracle cure for everything. So when I set out to research something, the first place I go is the etymology dictionary, and I started looking up honey. And within honeybee, honeycomb, I came to a word called mellifluous. And I'll spell it for you. Mellifluous. Mellifluous. It is a 15th century word that means sweet and pleasing. Sweet and pleasing of an odor, of a style of speaking and writing. Flowing as if with honey. The dictionary states simply, sweet and flowing. I thought to myself, if there ever were a word that existed that describes Carlie, it's mellifluous. Sweet and flowing. Like honey, but with a pretty dangerous producer. Mellifluous. Sweet and flowing. Not only does it describe her blackout piece that smells mostly of musty lilac and flows with a sinister waterfall, it also describes her as an artist. Not only is she prolific, progressive, aggressive, confident in her ideas, concentrated, never watered down, intense, persistent, highly imaginative, determined, hardworking, positive, and the hardest working bee in the colony. She is also mellifluous, sweet and flowing. Always moving from one project to the next with a quiet confidence, never making a complaint, and eternally making for the fat lady. So the fat lady was one of the first things that Dan taught me when I first came to Vesper. And it's from J.D. Salinger's Fat Lady from the novella Franny and Zooey. And I'm going to read you that word right now. I started bitching one night before the broadcast told me to shine my shoes just as I were going out the door with Waker. I was furious. The studio audience were all morons. The announcer was a moron, the sponsors were morons, and I just damn well wasn't going to shine my shoes for them. I told Seymour, I said they couldn't see them anyway, where we sat. He said to shine them anyway. He said to shine them for the fat lady. So yesterday, during my morning yoga practice, I was alert and listening if I could find an idea to conclude my honey mellifluous fat lady speech. And my instructor started talking about bowing. And she said that, you know, the ancient tradition of bowing to somebody is the ultimate respect. She said that when you bow, you show that person the real you through all the layers. And that through all the layers, through your crown chakra, which opens like an aperture of 1,000-petal lotus at the top of your head. Carlie, congratulations to Vesper's mellifluous queen bee. Keep living your dreams. Keep the flowers alive. Let the bees in. And don't ever stop eating the fat lady.
And now I'll hand the Shonavar over to Vicky.
Oh, sorry.
Another from my garden.
Now Heidi said hers was short and sweet, but
Short and sweet for me.
I'll show her how it's done. Hey, Carlie, at your amazing and prolific, by the way, show, I said that I hadn't yet thought about what it would be like here without you. And I've since thought about it, but I can't actually imagine it, nor should I be able to. My entire Vesper career has been inextricably tied to being here with you. I know that you will still be around in a different capacity, but I will certainly feel like and feel and lament your absence, most acutely in the wee hours of go time, when we definitely explored the reality, weight, consciousness, what's real, essence. Yes. Fortunately, this crushing blow that I've been dealt is softened by the fact that you're 3 blocks away. And I'm still utterly amazed that we were able to meet through here in this part of Minneapolis. So you're truly one of the most thoughtful and generous people that I've ever met. And I look forward to seeing what fabulous things you'll do next. And I will not hesitate to gloat and say that I knew you then. Congratulations and happy 30th. Thank you.
Jim and CJ.
Here. Today, for the mighty Krakoom, a bird birthed and calving, off and away from glacier's figure, to float a suspended self.
Other, questing their way further inside, no hand-holding allowed, here where dreams speak aloud, a voice from in between yesterday.
Today, a product transcending, captured by Grecian origami, not to be wrapped, nor contained, nor illuminated by mere sheepskin and ink.
Paper, thin is the threshold between self and other, between yesterday and today. Thin it is, but strong, and we are grateful for our classmate who permeates these barriers. Thank you.
Faculty reflection.
So, I just wanted to, hopefully I'll keep it brief, but reflect a little on Carlie's time here. It always takes me a little bit of time to get to know new students. Other than occasional critiques, I'm really around just one night a week, so it seems like there's a couple semesters that it takes to kind of get in the groove with a student. It was a little different with Carlie because we ended up sort of pushed together